We're a few blocks west of the Inner Harbor at Oriole Park here in Baltimore. Tonight, it's the home opener for this new season between the LA Dodgers and the Baltimore Orioles. Orioles baseball comes your way next. Here's Scott Van Slyke, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Leading off for the Dodgers, the right fielder, number 33, Scott Van Slyke.
And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike one. Harold, one of your former uniforms, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight. It's official now. They will not go 162-0 as they were handed their first loss of the season last time out.
Well, Matt, I mean, the simple way to put it, they lost their last game. This is where baseball comes the best to me, where all the cliches come in. You got to have a short-term memory, and you really do. The game's over. You can't do anything about it. You got to come back today and play better and win. That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Now a swing and a miss on the slider as the leadoff man is set down on strikes to open up the ball game.
Second.
And that'll bring in the speedy left-handed hitter Andrew Toles. Now this is swung on and hit down to Machado at third. Throw to first to be in plenty of time, and Jimenez is looking sharp now. 2 away.
Batting third.
Digging in, Corey Seager. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Now the first pitch from Jimenez. Drilled right back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. And the 2-out base hit will bring in Justin Turner to bat next. Now batting, Justin Turner. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit the other way out toward right field. Trumbo has a read on it, and that's the 3rd out. Here's Craig Gentry. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Orioles, center fielder, Craig Gentry.
And that one stayed too low, apparently. Harold, you look at this Dodgers team as they enter play here.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. Too high, and it's 3-0. On deck, the dangerous Adam Jones. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Coming in is Toles, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. Now in the box, Adam Jones, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And a ball 1-0.
That's that controversial pitch right there. It's in the zone, should be called a strike by the book, but it's not a strike in baseball, not in the big leagues anyway.
Hit down the third base line. The 1-1 now to Jones. Grounded down the third baseline. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive. But that's a foul ball. Nobody out, runner on first. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Here's Mark Trumbo now. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1.
That was an interesting pitch, Matt. Look, we're in a double play situation, and everybody knows he's got that hard sinker. Get that ground ball, maybe get a double play. But he didn't throw it. He just threw a fastball. I don't know what he's doing right now, but he got it in there for a strike.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 3-1 now.
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Runner at first here, one man out. This is in the air out to right. Van Slyke is there. 2 gone. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. So stepping in, Manny Machado. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. First pitch on its way. Sent on the ground out to second. Forsythe is there. Throw will go to Adrian at first, and with it the side is retired. Here's Adrian now. He'll be the one to lead it off against Ubaldo Jimenez.
First baseman number 23.
Infield in the
Adrian
overshift
Gonzalez.
here. Now the pitch. Second inning begins with a slider that misses here. It's 1-0. The pitch. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Lays off the slider that time. 2-1.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is smoked to right, and I don't think this one's coming back. No chance. It's gone. Here's Franklin Gutierrez.
Batting sixth, center fielder. Franklin
Ready with the first
Gutierrez.
pitch. Here it comes. Here's a swing and a ground ball. This is foul for the first strike. Base is empty here with nobody out. Breaking ball as this runs in on him, and he has to step out of the way that time.
Well, I'll tell you, if he wants to turn things around, that pitch is one he's going to have to start locating a lot better.
Tap down the line. Jimenez deals the 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Here's Jock Peterson now.
Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Jock
Into the windup
Peterson.
and the pitch. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Dodgers have the early 1-0 advantage as we play the second. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2. So
Batting
striding forward now,
second baseman.
Logan Forsythe.
Logan
He'll work on
Forsythe.
keeping this top of the second alive. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And Jones will make the catch, and the inning is over. At the plate, Chris Davis. He'll lead things
Leading off
off
for the
against
Orioles.
Kenta Maeda.
First baseman, Chris Davis.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Gutierrez moves over. Makes the play, 1 away. Here's the catcher,
Batting
Wellington Castillo.
Catcher, Wellington Castillo.
First offering on its way. Now a swing and a fly ball. On the move is Van Slyke. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Now at the plate, Kim will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line to the right side, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So he picks on the first pitch here and is able to extend the inning. Here's Jonathan Scope now. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0.
Tying run at first base, he's got to make sure that a ball in the gap, he scores. He's got to get a great jump. And one way to do it, as soon as you see that ball through the zone and you see the swing and it makes contact, you just got to get flying.
You know, that can really be it.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Stepping up now, Yasmani Grandal. And he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow. Now the pitch.
Grandal.
Back at it now is Jimenez as he's able to jump ahead in the count quickly here. 0-1. Here's a splitter that's taken for a ball. 1-1. Curveball that time, not even close. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. And this is fouled back and out of play. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Riding in once again, Scott Van Slyke. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Swing and a liner. Foul. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
Oh, man, he just tied him up in knots right there.
And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And the throw to first is there to record the second out. Digging in to try it again, Andrew Toles. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better.
That's a
ball 1.
That's an interesting pitch right there. Let's see if that throws him off a little bit. He's been on a pretty good roll. He can't let it upset him. Just get back in the groove right here.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And Davis will take this one himself to retire the side. Here's the shortstop now, J.J. Hardy. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
The shortstop, J.J. Hardy.
Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball 1. Grounded, foul. Here it comes on 1-1. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Van Slyke coming on. He's not going to get to it, so the leadoff guy's aboard with a base hit. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Craig Gentry. Second at bat here. He reached via a single to lead off the home first. And a high strike to begin the at bat. It's 0-1. Comes set and the 0-1. And a fastball just a bit up. A runner at first with no outs here. And that's high and off the plate. 2-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line in right. Van Slyke coming on. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Digging in for his second at bat, Adam Jones. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A ground ball to third, and they could get 2. Forsythe. And the return will pull the first baseman off the bag, so they'll just settle for the 1 out.
Now batting.
Stepping into the box, Mark Trumbo. Flied out in his first at bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Oh and 1 count, and the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Another one sent foul.
Matt, he's thrown 2 pitches right down the middle and got away with them. I don't think he should go back there again, but he's got to locate a little bit better if he wants to put him away. This guy's too good a hitter.
And he won't offer it that. Too high, 1-2.
Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning.
Here's Corey Seager. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Shortstop, Corey.
Here it comes.
Seager.
Swing, and he popped him up. Over in foul territory, back behind third. Under it is Machado, and he'll take it for the first out. Ready for another chance? Justin Turner comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Ball 1.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
Swing and a little blooper to center. Hardy ranging into the outfield, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and stepping in now, the slugging first baseman, Adrian Gonzalez. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. The 2-1 on its way. And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd. A foul ball.
Oh, he hung that one. And, man, did he bang it. Just didn't keep it fair.
Got him swinging on the splitter that time, and with that, the side is retired. Stepping in, Manny Machado. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
For the Orioles, third baseman, number 13.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a good swing there as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. 0-1 pitch on its way. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And this will be taken in by Adrian for the first out. Here's Chris Davis now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Davis.
Here's the pitch. Now a check swing on the pitch inside, but he definitely broke the plane, and that's the first strike. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Good job of holding up on the 0-2 pitch right there, because clearly he was wanting to chase it.
Misses. Ball 2. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
Up next for the Orioles.
Digging in,
Catcher.
Wellington Castillo. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. And he chased up and out of the zone. A swing and a miss. The windup and the 0-1. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
Liner towards second, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock. Standing in, Kim, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
He might have been setting him up with that high fastball to change his eye level. Now he's got him set up. Maybe he'll go down the zone.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Turner is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Here's Franklin Gutierrez. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Center fielder.
Now the first pitch from Jimenez. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And this is going to get down and head for the 333 sign. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Now batting.
So striding in, Jock Peterson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. From the stretch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. And he misses with it 1-1. And now hold everything here as it looks like a balk has been called. And that one might have been a little ticky-tack if you ask me. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Now batting.
Now at the plate,
Second
Logan
baseman.
Forsythe.
Logan
0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. Couldn't hold up on the curveball there as he went around for strike 1. 50th pitch of the game on its way. Now a swing and a fly ball. On the move is Trumbo. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And it's a sac fly and an RBI. It's now a 2-0 game.
The catcher, number 9.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Bases empty and 2 gone following the sacrifice fly. Swing and a liner. Foul.
Clean slate on the base pass after that sac fly a minute ago, so now's the time to be aggressive with these hitters. Go right after them and try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So coming to the plate, Jonathan Scope. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Number 6, Jonathan.
Into the windup and the pitch. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1.
Well, they're still in this game. You know, if they can get somebody on a broken bat, a blooper, a bunt, and then go for the big ball, they can get something going. Got to start with getting somebody on base. This offense needs a base runner and get things happening.
He offered at that pitch out of the zone there, and I think that's a result of the previous pitch getting called against him. He might feel like he's needing to expand the zone if that's how it's going to be called.
Into the box now, J.J. Hardy. He singled his last time up.
J.J. Hardy.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit on the ground out to short. Forsythe. Back to Gonzalez, but it's a bit too late, and they'll settle for just the 1 out. Here's Craig Gentry.
Number 3, Craig Gentry.
On a line to shortstop. Quick throw. Not in time. Now at the plate, Adam Jones. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with a slider.
Now that's a slider that's pretty easy to recognize. Started on the outside, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate. But one that's difficult is that one that starts in at you and still breaks over the plate. Boy, Matt, he's in some kind of groove, and they better get something working because he is 1 pitch away from throwing 5 shutout innings. Talk about dominant work so far.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Gutierrez is after it, and that retires the side. Striding in once again, Scott Van Slyke. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
33, Scott Van Slyke.
first pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Hardy's there. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
The batter.
Digging in to try it again. Andrew Toles.
Toles.
He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Starts things with a splitter outside for ball 1. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Now the 1-1 home from Jimenez. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
I like that. Show him the curveball and then try to sneak that low 90s fastball by him. It's going to look faster coming off those breaking pitches.
A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
With the meat of the order due up next, you can probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Seager.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Trumbo racing back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Justin Turner. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Turner.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a ball pulled hard down the line in left. And that's a fair ball as this one will get down the line. And the run will score from second here as this is now a 3-0 game. Here's Adrian now, trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. The 0-1 pitch. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense.
Well, the first baseman is under it to make the play, and that retires the side. Here's Mark Trumbo now. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game.
Right fielder, Mark Trumbo.
Into the windup and the pitch. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy.
Forsythe dives and makes the stop. It's there, and he's out. And what a vital play there, preventing the leadoff man from getting aboard. Here's Manny Machado now. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Squared that one up just a little late.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
To third. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2. Digging in once again, Chris Davis. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Right on that pitch that time as he wraps it into center field, a base hit. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Castillo.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1. He's set, now the pitch. And they go right after him here as he swings and misses. Strike 2.
Looking at the first pitch for a strike, then takes a swing, and now you find yourself down 0-2. He's just got a battle. Spread out, get ready to swing at anything close, and make sure you don't get called out on a 3rd strike.
Another 0-2 coming.
got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning.
Back here on the show, the men in blue leading in this one as we get set to begin the seventh. But before we do, let's check out the game summary to this point. Digging in and looking for more, Franklin Gutierrez. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Franklin Gutierrez.
In there, no balls and a strike.
Well, he got a high strike on a fastball right there. That's pretty unusual. Usually early in the count, you're going to see a guy work down in the zone. That high fastball, usually the put-away pitch with 2 strikes. He pitched him backwards right here.
Now the pitch. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. Here's Jock Peterson now. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
Peterson.
Into the windup and the pitch. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
This ball sliced the opposite way, but it'll get into the seats deep in left and foul. This is on the ground over to first, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Ready for another chance? Logan Forsythe. He hit a sac fly earlier. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And Davis will put this one away, and the inning is over.
It's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Ready for another shot now. Kim, a hit in 2 tries so far.
Designated hitter.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this is sliced hard down the left field line. And that is down, as that could be 2 bases. Legs churning. He's headed for second. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. Luckily, the pitcher is there to back up, however. Here's Jonathan Scope now. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Jonathan Scope.
First offering on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Gutierrez is in pursuit. Makes the play, 1 away. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. Here's the shortstop now, J.J. Hardy. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. From the stretch. Boy, good bite on the slider, and it just missed inside. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now, as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there, and now we're late in the game, and he continues to pound the outside pitch, and it's really working out for him.
Van Slyke is over to his right as he puts this one away, 2 down. Here's Craig Gentry, and he's got to get on base any way he can with that possible tying run behind him in the on-deck circle. Too high that time with the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. 1-0 count. Here it is. Check swing. No swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Outside. 3-0 now. Adam Jones would be next. Sliced hard on the ground, taken in by Forsythe. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Ready once again, Yasmani Grandal. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
The catcher, number 9.
Darren O'Day has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Pitching for the Orioles, number 56, Darren O'Day.
Movement in the Orioles bullpen now as they've got a left-hander up and throwing.
Lays off 1-0. The set and a 1-0 pitch. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. Now a swing and a fly ball. Machado in foul ground. And that will end up a foul ball. He'll try again 1-2. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1-2. The count's now at 2-2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch. Well, the 1-2 pitch didn't go his way, and now a miss there on 2-2. You know he doesn't want this at bat to get away from him, so I think we're going to see a challenge pitch on a full count.
Scott Van Slyke is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
Well, he was clearly looking for a fastball right there, and that slider got right to him and went whoop, slid to the side, and as a result, you got an ugly swing and miss.
0-1 count and the pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Trumbo has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring in the speedy left-handed hitter Andrew Toles. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First offering on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
This guy's motion is so funky. You almost have to take the first pitch and just hope it's going to be a ball. In this case, it was a strike, but you got a chance to see his motion. Maybe you can measure it now and get back in the at-bat.
Now a flare out toward right center, and that's in there. Base hit. Here's Corey Seager, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
Seager.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And now a stoppage here as a balk has been called. And that could wind up being a costly one as it'll move that base runner into scoring position now with 2 away. Ball 1. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Gentry moves over. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Now at the plate, Adam Jones. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8.
Left fielder, Adam Jones.